that's there. Oh, it's not even live yet. Now it's live, but I'm just keeping talking. So when I dip back into it in post, I can put some music over this. God damn it, Stano! Why are you so noisy? Anyway, let's take this overlay off then. Hey, welcome to Tea Break, the only beverage-based live show on the net, streamed directly into your eyeballs. My name is Mark Spear, and I'm drinking a fresh Diet Cola. And I am joined by some people.
I'm Tom. I'm drinking some Tesco's Own Brand squash. It's got bits in it. It's not good.
Also,
hi, I'm Kate. I am also drinking squash. It's over there, so you're gonna have to imagine I'm holding it right now. I've also got a Satsuma, so I'm prepared.
We're getting all those vitamins today here on Tea Break. This is the official video podcast of the ensemble known as Super Square. And guys, do you feel that, or is it just me? Can you feel that in your ears?
Feel what?
Just that thick sweet sound of just rich vocal cords. It feels like, for me, I can't feel it in my ears, but it feels like just honey is pouring out of my mouth down to this $40 microphone. And can you just feel that sweet thickness in your ears? Is it an improvement over the tinny mediocrity of a laptop microphone?
Marcus, do you want to just brag about your microphone and get it over with?
Well,
it's like you're whispering into my ear. It's horrible.
It's lovely, and there are no viewers at the moment. It's lovely and slightly erotic. So I got a new mic because it was really bad, the other one. So I hope this sounds better for viewers. There are lots of different options on this, and I don't know if I've got the right one. It's not the right one. I'm going to make it sound even better. So now it should sound like I am inside your head. How does that sound, guys? Does that sound better? Does that sound good?
It's like you're inside me.
Just dripping that sweet honey all over your hearing orifices. Moving on, guys. How have you been this week, anyway? Are you okay? Are you?
Yeah, been great. Been actually getting a lot of gaming this week.
How did that vid? Stano streamed on Twitch TV earlier this week.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Probably the most mediocre Titanfall player in the world. So hopefully getting a little bit better.
No, it was good. If you figure out a way to save that, do it to save the gameplay somehow, or to make Twitch save it for me. Maybe I should figure that out, but then we can watch it back, incorporate it. Kate, what you been up to? KG.
I've had a free week before I start work, which is next week, so I've also been gaming, playing a lot of 3DS, playing a bit of Wind Waker. Yeah.
I
went to a comic book store, so.
What you been playing on your 3DS?
I've been trying to finish a bit more of Mario Sticker Star because I hated it at first, but it's not so bad. I've also been playing. Finished Phoenix Wright, the newest one. Well, not the newest one, not the Professor Layton one, but Dual Destinies. I finished the DLC case, which is where I have to defend a killer whale, and I defended that killer whale. So I did good.
Loving it. That's good. How is London? You've just moved to London. Kate Gray has. I know we can't.
Yes.
We can't give away addresses, but I think London is vague enough for that.
Yeah.
For that kind of thing. So don't try. Somewhere in London.
M25.
Yeah.
It's
somewhere
good so
within
far.
that circle. Yeah, it's good. It's good. London's a nice.
I haven't been mugged.
Haven't been mugged. Haven't been stabbed. Well, unless you have. Have you been stabbed? Yeah.
Only mildly stabbed. So.
Only it's a little tip, just a tip. And Stano's, of course, Stano's my name for Tom, based in Derby, further away. So we're podcasting this, but we're at way different sides of the country.
This is like a
this big stupid
podcast.
island. It is. It's big, and I'm in Exeter near the sea. So now you know where we're based. We can get on. We're talking about the week in video. So
Okay.
I know you guys. Okay, so you feel it. You feel the honey in your ears, but can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we just lost Kate.
Do we lose Kate?
Yeah.
Well, she can figure it out. But like, Sana, I want to know. So you say you can hear that.
Yeah.
I just wanna know that. Do you hear the people sing? I just hang on.
What do you doing?
Can you hear? Wait a second. I just want to know if you can hear the people
This
sing.
has got to be possibly.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it quite obnoxiously. It's pretty loud. I have a feeling I know where this is going. That's not anything to do with the French Revolution. That's just past it. Are you gonna play the whole song? Are you seriously just gonna play the entire song? Marcus, are you even still there?
Is this the Assassin's Creed preview?
I imagine that this is about to lead into the Assassin's Creed session. However,
It's really.
I have no idea what the hell Marcus is doing.
Oh, okay, okay. I think we're done here. I think we're done with that.
That went on for an uncomfortably long time.
Assassin's Creed. It's Les Mis, the video game. It's happening.
Yes, I thought that's where you were going with that.
I've got headphones in, so I had no idea how loud that was.
It was really loud.
So loud.
Yeah, so I apologise for that. I'm hoping that Google can fix it, and we didn't just deafen all our listeners.
With some horrific 8-bit.
Nah, it's the best.
rendition.
It's
Yeah.
the best. That wasn't 8-bit.
I thought it had broken because like I couldn't connect and then it was playing this awful tinny like terrible music at me and I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, what have I done?
Assassin's
Okay.
Creed, Assassin's Creed V, Assassin's Creed 5, Unity, or maybe they're not calling it 5, but it's Assassin's Creed Unity. It's set during the French Revolution. I don't know much about history because I know there was a couple of revolutions, in fact, a revolutionary era. So I don't
I
really.
did Revolution.
Yeah, so
Everything
qualified
I know about the
to
French
know
Revolution
about
I've
this.
learned from Les Mis.
yeah, that's pretty much my historical grounding in it too. So it'd be nice to see a video game tackle it. So there's a teaser trailer that came out after quite a few leaks of screenshots of just leaked press releases, and then they released this teaser trailer, which I should throw up on the screen if I can do that in post. But it looked good, didn't it, Stano?
The main thing is, yeah, it looks really nice. It's a
Yeah.
massive step up in graphical
I literally just
power.
watched it.
Yeah,
Oh, so
like, it looks
Kate,
really
you have
fancy.
watched it.
Sorry, yeah, I did.
No, that's good. You got a chance. Yeah. So it's first couple like segments of it is just an interior, and then an exterior of revolutionary France, and then a big crowd, and it looks beautiful. It was the same kind of feeling we got when we watched the first trailer of The Division.
Mhm.
Which is interesting because me and Stano thought maybe this is in the Snowdrop engine. I mean, it's
Yeah, well, they're
Ubisoft.
both Ubisoft, both
Yeah.
probably developed from the same amount of time, both coming out pretty soon.
Yeah. So
possible.
it's just so let's break it down from like a tech standpoint before we take on what this means for the whole like Assassin's Creed lineage. First thing, the interior. I thought that was pretty interesting because that kind of implies that maybe you'll be going in buildings a bit more than usual, don't you think?
Just on rooftops. Yeah, it might be nice to have a bit of a change of atmosphere. And
so, yeah, sorry, I'll talk. Yeah, and so in terms of the time period, when does this fall in terms of relation to the rest of the Assassin's Creed series? Is it around the time of? I'm bad with history and also Assassin's Creed, so
about the same time as Ezio.
No, it's
when
not.
That?
No, it can't be.
No.
That's utter.
No. It's just before the Assassin's Creed 3, isn't it? Because Assassin's Creed is like 1800s. This is 1700s, like late.
This will be set late 1700s, early 1800s.
Well, it says here 1789 to 1799. That doesn't seem like a very long time.
Okay. I don't know history. So around the same time, interesting. So they've done that a lot with Assassin's Creed. So 3, 4, and now 5 apparently are all going to be time-wise in the same place, but obviously.
When was Black Flag? Was that early 1700s?
Probably. I don't know history, and I keep getting it wrong.
Let's find out.
Essentially, are we going to get like a next sequel is going to be, and then all of them met up in England for tea? Because that'd be cool.
Maybe. That'd be pretty baller. That'd be pretty great. So the other thing, obviously, they showed after that was the X series, and it looks beautiful. The buildings look good. That's good. Assassin's Creed has always had pretty great landscapes. But the last thing, really, when you had a shot of whoever the protagonist was looking down at a massive crowd around a guillotine, and that reminded me of the very first Assassin's Creed like tech trailer they showed off at E3 when there was a huge crowd. Well, to us, it seemed like a huge crowd of people around speakers. I appear to have frozen. Have I frozen?
Yeah, you've frozen on my screen.
Wow, it's stopped now. Yeah, did you think like that was a ridiculous amount of people on screen?
I
Can you not remember?
Apparently didn't get that far in the trailer.
I
only saw the lovely environment.
No, it was good. But so he was looking down, and there were hundreds, like more, a couple of hundred people around these guillotines, and it looked crazy. So I feel like that's gonna be part of their big message for Assassin's Creed Unity.
Lots of people.
Yeah, yeah.
If they're running a much more powerful engine, then they should be able to achieve it.
Yeah.
It might be quite nice to actually feel like you're in a bustling environment with loads of people rather than just pushing past 1 or 2 people.
Yeah. So moving away from like.
To be a prostitute.
Yeah. So like, apart from like just tech stuff, and that looks like super different and good and advanced. This to me seems like I don't know, my video's gone. This to me seems like it's kind of not ignoring Black Flag, but it seems like it's really like channeling Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. And they say it's been 3 years in development, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel because it's in a city, and because it's even just the look of it. It wasn't particularly like didn't seem very like cinematic, even though it looks nice. It wasn't like a big story like Assassin's Creed 4 and 3 felt like a big.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems different because it's very noisy. Stanley, what games have you played in the series? Because you are Assassin's Creed.
I've played 1, all of the 2s, and half the 3. I've just bought Black Flag today, actually.
Yeah. For the Xbox One.
For the Xbox One. So I was really disenchanted with number 3, so I haven't completed it. I'm just going to check out the story online.
As will most people, I think.
I've heard 5 is a big step up. Not 5, 4 Black Flag is a big step up. So I'm going to give it a go. It's kind of, if 5's no good, the series might lose me.
Well,
in terms of my interest.
That's the thing.
No, it
because
won't.
Yeah, it will. I mean, because they really strung out the middle three, and then
what do you
three
mean
kind of-
the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy?
Yeah, the Assassin's Creed 2
Yeah.
trilogy. That was really strung out, and they were not significantly different to make 3 different games. Assassin's Creed 3 tried to add more stuff, but just failed as a concept.
But the thing I find about all the Assassin's Creed games after even just after the first one, 2, 3, 4, and now 5, it seems like they're coming from totally different teams. Because 3 was bad. It like tried to do some really cool things, and it did bad because it was going with a direction. And 4, and it came out a year and a half after. Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
4 was pretty soon after 3.
Yeah, so a year after, and it was really, really good. Like, it was just totally different. So,
I've
I don't
heard that they've just kind of scrapped the overarching story, kind of.
yeah, it's a sandbox. It's people have compared it a lot to Far Cry 3. Also, Ubisoft.
No, I mean the overarching story, the modern time story.
Oh yes, yeah, it's a
They kind of just got rid of it.
They've got rid of Desmond's arc. Not gonna delve into any spoilers. So
Spoilers.
Hashtag spoilers. His arc has ended. But there is this weird first-person bit in it where you're roaming around Abstergo as an employee, and Ubisoft, in all their press releases about this Assassin's Creed Unity, they keep referring to Abstergo as if they're a real corporation, and being like Abstergo as if like they're a development partner on the game. Yeah,
Right.
so
Right.
yeah, because Desmond's original story was set in like 2013 or 2014, but the game was released in 2009, 2010, I don't know.
Okay.
So what they're saying is Assassin's Creed is a historical game, and that present day has now caught up with the actual.
Right. Okay.
Well, no, we've caught up with the game, so it's real now. Abstergo is really happening.
Okay.
So that's why they moved to first person. Anyway, weird stuff happening. Assassin's Creed 5. I don't know. What do you? Because I'm not big into the Assassin's Creed series, but what do you want to see from it?
Okay, well, obviously it's the first real next-gen game from the Assassin's Creed series. So, looks like they've amped up the engine. Looks like they've... well, the thing is, though, from that Unity teaser, we have not seen anything. So, we don't know what we're going to get.
True.
Because, sure, it looks incredible. But if they just churn out the exact same game in France instead of Italy...
That's
then it's
true.
gonna be shit.
Yeah, for some reason watching that trailer I think, oh man, this is a real departure, but I guess that's only from the graphics.
Yeah.
It's strange. But the thing which I guess fills me with hope, well, not hope, it's just the fact that it's called Assassin's Creed Unity. I don't know, instead of like Assassin's Creed 5, I don't know, maybe that's me being dumb.
Right.
With all the stuff Ubisoft is smart, I don't know, they seem smart because 4 is really good, and the sort of investment they've put in massive entertainment and like the extent who are making the Division, the guys who make the Division and the playtesting and stuff they go through, I'm excited. It's the first time I've been like super excited for a 5th sequel ever. I mean,
I'm going to be interested to see where they take it because they're going to have to really change the gameplay.
Yeah.
Because the big difference between all the games is as you get further on, you're turning less and less into assassin and more like admin.
Yeah.
That really hit home with number 3. Number 3 was basically just like a farm simulator. So
that's cool.
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I haven't played Black Flag yet. I'm going to get to that this week, and then I might have changed. But if there's more of the same, it's
yeah,
I'm not going to be a happy man.
Not good. Okay, what do you think? Are you an Assassin's Creed person? Not really. Sort of.
I like Assassin's Creed for the history. I know it's not like 100% accurate. Because you can assassinate people.
It's 100% true. Like the Templar whole subplot thing.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
I'm like a real history nerd, and French Revolution is one of my favorite periods that I've studied. I'm actually really, really hyped about it. I'm probably not gonna get it, but I'll definitely play it on someone else's console. Yeah. That's not a glowing review, is it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. It looks like good. It'll be interesting. It's. What I was going to say is it's making me want to come back to the series, but Assassin's Creed 4 did that, but I just can't afford it. I can't afford to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ubisoft seemed to, well, from
from
Division, they seem to have got that right.
Yeah.
So if they can maybe transfer any of their know-how into this one, they might have got that one right too.
Yeah. Speaking of the Division, which was at GDC, GDC showed off an Oculus Rift. Shut up! My segues are great.
Your segues are definitely the best in the business, Marcus.
I realise that I haven't put my mic back to sexy mode yet. There we go. Yes. GDC showed off Game Developers Conference showed off a new Oculus Rift prototype, and if you are a veteran listener of the shit we say, you'll realise that I'm kind of an Oculus Rift fanboy who was maybe a bit disenchanted by trying it out for the first time, but I'm still excited to get my hands on it. So if you haven't seen this, it's the Oculus Rift Dev Kit number 2, the sequel to the world-renowned Dev Kit. So what it is, virtual reality headset, if you don't know, get learned. But this time they've added, so all the Oculus Rift is it's head tracking, it's like massive pair of this like a ski mask, but there is a screen on it, and you look around, and like that it tracks your head movements, and you can actually look around a virtual space and have it projected to you in 3D. But currently, in the Dev Kit 1, all it tracked was like this, orientation. But this new one is also going to track position. So it'll track you moving your head forwards and back, and moving a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if not many mechanics are actually going to require you to go forwards and back.
No, but that'd be helpful for leaning around corners and stuff.
Yeah, but also the fact that it just matches your one-to-one movements a lot more really helps with that feeling of presence, is what they're talking about. Actually placing yourself inside the game. Right. Yeah. It's just more virtual reality stuff.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So I've just hit up an article for the Oculus Rift at GDC, and I've never heard of this before. Probably should have. Project Morpheus.
Oh, yeah, no, that's big news too. Screw the Oculus Rift Dev Kit. Project Morpheus, guys.
This looks like Oculus Rift for PlayStation 4.
Indeed, it is.
Wow. Okay.
There's pretty much not much else to say about it because it's almost the exact same specs with slightly different viewing technology.
Do you reckon they just got hold of the original Oculus Rift Dev Kit?
just made it small on
the front.
Yeah. So it's the Oculus Rift that looks a lot nicer, and rather than it being,
it looks like the front of a Daft Punk helmet.
Yeah, it's really good looking. And they showed off some demos of it, and everyone was just like, "Yeah, it's good." But we saw the Oculus Rift a year ago. We don't need to see it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why the Morpheus kind of upsets me because I'm super jazzed about VR, but if Sony are going to do this, so Microsoft is definitely going to try and implement something similar.
Well, there's another one just right underneath. It's called the Cortex, which is another VR headset, which has got a camera. I haven't seen that. This one apparently has got a camera on it. So as you're walking around the space, if the space is set up right, you're walking around in the game.
That's cool. Cortex. Shall I look it up? And it'd be really interesting for our listeners. I think I will. Cortex. Anyway,
it's made by Sulon, S-U-L-O-N.
It annoys me. I don't like the fact that there are going to be so many of these VR headsets because it's just going to happen that it's just going to totally fragment, and it's going to be like the console market where all the great games have stupid restrictions on them into where you can play them, and you're not going to get the best things.
Well, I reckon what will happen is the Oculus Rift will dominate the market,
I don't know, because it doesn't have. If Microsoft does one, surely that'll dominate it.
Well,
No, it'll be
it depends.
50-50.
For real though?
In fact, it probably won't even be 50-50. I think Microsoft will be like 30 or 40 maybe.
No, but so you think if Oculus? So let's ignore Microsoft, but just Sony. Let's say Sony and Oculus release their headsets at the same time, and you think the Oculus.
Everyone who owns a PC will obviously buy the Oculus, and everyone who owns a PlayStation 4 will buy the Morpheus, because obviously it's for PlayStation
And everyone
4.
who owns any Nintendo console will just sit there and be sad. Or maybe just get a PC.
Hang on, wait a second, guys. Stano, I'm looking.
Okay, right. Okay, the reason I'm saying the
Okay,
Oculus
go on.
will stay on the market is because the Oculus is the first one that was made. The first one everyone knew about was the Oculus Rift. Okay.
But not everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about the PlayStation. Not everyone knows about the Oculus.
Okay, but if
Okay,
you're-
this is VR gaming. This is going to be appealing to the people who know about the Oculus Rift.
yeah.
Like it's not casual gamers here.
No,
Yeah,
but
so a lot of
PlayStation
people-
will. Like, it's PlayStation. It's going to be like
Okay, that's a good point. PlayStation
when
will just ship it
when
out to
Assassin's
everyone who owns
Creed
a
or like
PlayStation.
Infamous comes out, it's going to be, hey, play this. It's like the PlayStation Move. People know what that is. Anyway, let's not get into industry
Yeah.
stuff because that's dull. Stano, I'm gonna
Yes.
the Cortex, right? So
Yeah.
a VR headset with a camera on the front that lets you see the real world augmented with virtual things.
Yes.
You think that's cool?
Yes.
How come, like 1 year ago, and we were sitting in my back garden, and I said I want to become an android and have this exact piece of technology? I think I said an Oculus Rift with a camera on the front. You guys mocked me for it. Because it's the best idea in the universe. It's
Did I
transcend-
mock you for it?
Mocking you was fun.
digital transcendence. No, but it's cool. No, that makes me happy because I don't really give a crap about shooting virtual aliens in the real life because I'd rather shoot them in a cool alien world. But like, imagine that it's like Google Glass times 10, and I could like augment it with, I don't know.
Well, okay, there's very limited information on this article, so I'm just trying to delve in a bit deeper. But it looks like that this guy was in a hotel room, put on this headset, and then it changed the environment in the exact same dimensions as the hotel, but just in a different style.
Oh,
So-
I'm watching one where they just augment it with like you are looking at the hotel, you're just augmenting it with, with virtual images. Maybe it's.
Okay,
Okay.
What's the point in that? Am I missing something? What's the point in replacing the hotel with a slightly different hotel?
I think it was like alien stuff. Oh no,
No,
sorry. So things pop up in the hotel.
Okay, yeah, aliens pop up in it and they shoot them. It's like those apps on
Oh,
your
hang
phone.
on.
It's
No,
kind
it's
of like
like on
time
the
crisis.
3DS. No, there's a
Yeah,
game
it's
on
like
the 3DS.
it's like on the
which is
3D.
a horror
Yes.
game which does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
You
Yeah.
shoot things
Which
with
was terrible because you get like aliens like popping out of your bin and being like rah, and you were like, wow, that's not scary.
it.
Except I think they might have been zombies. I'm not sure.
It does look like that though. Yeah. Okay. In that case, it's nothing like the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it is. Anyway, I imagine a utopian future where we're all walking around like Cyclopses, just with stuff attached to our face, and
That's what Google wants to happen.
Wall-E the movie. Have you seen Google smartwatches?
No.
No,
One of them though.
none of them are real yet.
Oh, okay.
Motorola did announce one that they do plan to release, which was Google's mock-up,
Right.
pretty much. And it's just a circular watch. It looks like a watch, but it's a screen. It's just really beautiful. And
Oh, is this Android Wear?
Yeah, it's called Moto 360, I think.
Okay.
Unless I made that up. I could have made it
What
up.
have Motorola done recently? Are they still
They
in the
made
phone
phones.
market?
They make a lot of good phones. They made the Moto X and the Moto
Still?
G. Yeah, they're
I've
good.
not really been following Motorola. I'm sorry. Since the Razr, I've just been like, no.
Google. They brought back the Razr, Kate, in a smartphone. So, which Razr? Which Razr? It didn't go down well.
Okay.
But when Google
No.
started releasing stuff, they did. They did start doing better.
Oh.
Yeah, this sounds like the Google watches you're talking about is called Android Wear.
Android Wear.
Android is Google's operating system. Yeah, crazy.
This is my second can of Coke, by the way.
Whoa, calm down, there, Marcus.
I know it's a busy time. It's a busy time of year. But yeah, so virtual reality is good. That's what I want to get.
I genuinely think it's going to revolutionise gaming when it works.
Well, no, I don't think even gaming
everything.
Just interpersonal reactions, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Well, you can use it to watch films and like view stuff without having to go to places.
Go places. Yeah, we can have a virtual pub.
Also, like talking
No,
of
not like social interaction. Although I'm sure it'll be used for that eventually.
no,
I mean,
definitely.
more
Like, yeah, I think a virtual pub's a good idea. Well, not a pub because you don't really get the thing I go to a pub for.
But like dating. How about dating? You're shy,
I imagine
you can
if everyone
get
had an
through
Oculus, you could have a speed dating event purely in a virtual world.
Guys, are you
Can
being
you make
for real?
yourself like an avatar?
You could do that quite
An
easily. Like,
Yes, and it already fucking exists. Come on,
Does
yes, it's a new piece of technology. They've already figured out ways that people can fuck on it. They've already done that. Like there are dozens of competitors for virtual places you can meet people and like virtually abuse them sexually. Like not abuse, but like.
Well, obviously, I'm just sheltered from all this much.
No, yeah.
Is there going to be like an Oculus Rift like ring? Like
What?
motion sensing the.
I'm confused about where this is going.
No, I think you mean like one-to-one, somewhere you can stand like a treadmill. No, not at all.
I
Like
was
something
talking about the when a man and a woman love each other very much, and one of them puts an Oculus Rift on his thing.
Guys, you're joking. That already exists. Like, learn to internet. Like, no joke.
Marcus, don't yell at us for not realizing that this exists.
Do you remember it was like a special mouse that had force feedback on it? You probably don't. It was from ages ago, and it had like 3 prongs on it, and you'd have like a mouse here, and then you'd move it, but it also have pistons in it, so that when you shot it, it would like go dish 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 dish. So they got 2 of them, hook them up by Wi-Fi, attach something here, attach an input here, and an output here, and then link them by Wi-Fi, put on a Rift, and that's how it. That's like.
Wow.
These things, I don't want to like talk about these things because they're the
But
worst.
this is people adapting technology. This isn't a thing that was created for that purpose.
No, but they have those. Okay, so not for digital interactions, but I'm sure you've all heard of a fleshlight. But there are purpose-made fleshlights that interact with software that have sensors in them. I shouldn't be explaining this. I think you too much understand.
Let's move on.
How do you know this? Why do you know this?
Because I
Doesn't
like
matter.
Oculus Rift. Like I've been searching everything about it. Like
Not that much.
it's
Okay.
the future, man.
Let's move on. Oh, not that much. One, I guess you've seen the omnidirectional treadmill.
Yeah, the Omni.
Yeah.
That doesn't. Go on.
You saying that doesn't excite you?
No, it doesn't. Like, and I think it would be very hard to get that to feel right. I think the much more exciting thing is just having a room that you walk around in, and then it tracks emotions that way. Like,
See, we're going at this from very different angles because I'm going at this Oculus Rift because I think it's going to make gameplay awesome.
yeah.
Right. And that's not the direction you're coming from. Do you want to just explain your?
He just
route?
wants to have sex with androids.
No, I don't want to do that at all. I'm saying it's the worst, but I don't know. I think.
Sure.
I'm confused about what you're going to use the Rift for when you have one.
I'm disturbed, not confused.
I think trying to just create. I know I've changed tack for this from last year, but mapping a first-person shooter one-to-one just to you, to me, is cool. Like, yeah, really cool, and it'll make first-person shooters one-to-one and make them real. It doesn't seem like the most exciting use for it, and I don't know what the most exciting use is, but I feel that that's not going to come from like being on a treadmill and you walk and you don't go anywhere. I think there's going to be some other interaction with it that's
So you reckon
really cool.
Put it on, it's connected to some kind of 3G, 4G network, and you're walking around real world with this thing on.
Maybe. Like, I'm not actually thinking about that. Because that would be the worst. I don't like. If you're outside, I think you should be outside and not in something. But yeah, no. I mean, in terms of like interactive experiences, I think I don't know. Just putting it in a first-person shooter doesn't seem that cool. One demo I've seen.
Well, one thing I'd be excited about is say if the Oculus Rift came out and then it had support for the new Mirror's Edge game.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
That's a terrible idea. That is
Why
a terrible idea. People
That
are
sounds
gonna
like
die.
an incredible idea because that game is purely
you're
based on
encouraging
the
people to
first-person
jump off
perspective.
buildings.
Yeah.
Not in real life, just in their own living room. And that's where something like the Omni with the Oculus Rift would be great because you're running around the environment and you can actually physically jump. Oh, not the correct distance and stuff, but you can physically jump to put the input in. You can, and you see.
No, your jumping is just going to be like the most pathetic little hop. That's going to break you out of the virtual reality.
See, that's the thing. Video games get like. One of the things that makes them interesting is this fantasy fulfillment that you can do cool shit that you can't actually do in real life, like jump from a building, like run, like shoot a gun and not break your shoulder. And I think if we try and move this one-to-one thing, then it's like, well, what am I just gonna be some scrawny 20-year-old kid that can't put a gun to, it's like. Because it's not the Mirror's Edge thing isn't gonna be that's not gonna work because not everyone can do parkour if you do it one-to-one.
No, but I'm not saying. What do you mean?
Essentially,
I'm not saying the movements are
don't-
one-to-one.
But if it's not one-to-one and it's motion controlled, it's gonna feel really jangly.
What are you saying, Kate?
I was just going to say it sounds like you don't want too much reality in your virtual reality. You want it to still be quite virtual.
Okay, well, obviously the big advantage with the Rift is the visuals. You're going to get incredible visuals, and it's going to feel like you're there.
Yeah.
So I just think why not take that a step further and do the movement yourself rather than on a keyboard and mouse or a
Because
controller.
it can't be. If it's realistic, it's not a video game. It's just you messing around in a different reality. If
Well,
it's
no,
not
that's
realistic,
just
the
semantics.
motion controls won't feel good.
I just think that adding the extra dimension of actually moving to where you want to go, even if you're in the same place on a treadmill, I think that will add a complete
It won't
extra
work.
dimension of. I think I've seen quite a few demos of the Rift working with the Omni, and everyone that's played it is really impressed with how it feels.
running.
Yeah, but that's all you need to do in
You
a
mentioned
first-person
jumping.
shooter.
Anyway, what did you guys say about Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes? So yeah, no, I was looking at that too, and it looks strange. Did you guys look? Are you not? You guys aren't Metal Gear fans, are you?
No, not a massive Metal Gear fan, but if the new one's good, then I don't know.
Well, Stano, I think you would really like this new one because it's a £20 game. Pick it up for £20, and Metal Gear. It's a stealth simulator. It's a stealth action stealth espionage. This one is basically a pretty small sandbox, like one military base, but a big military base. That you can actually complete, and I think the record is 7 minutes at the moment. So you can pay £20 and finish this game in 7 minutes, like really easily. But because it's Metal Gear Solid, kind of the richness of all the mechanics intertwining, and all of that kind of thing, and you can replay it through over and over and over and come up with these really weird kind of intuitive real-life solutions to these stealth problems. So I think
when you say real-life solutions, what do you mean?
In old Metal Gear Solid titles, you were basically just figuring out how can I avoid these vision cones? It was like a path-solving problem.
Well, on the map, you even had the vision codes.
Yeah, in the early games, you had them. Or like, how can I use this gadget to get past these guys without them noticing? In this one, they've taken away a lot of the gadgets, and they've taken away your mini-map, basically. You still have it, but you have to pull it up. So but they still evolve the mechanics as they do in every game. So what you do is you work out how to sneak past these guys by actually thinking, okay, how would I sneak past them, rather than be like,
okay, do you mean like, okay, it's a real life situation on a military base?
Yeah. So
you
do that
like over there, and then this there's no one over here. Do you mean?
Like a lot of good stealth games do, but it just does it really well apparently, and is really fun.
Okay.
And it's much less punishing. But it looks cool. But people are getting all gymmed out about it because
it doesn't stay true to the series or something.
Well, the thing is, it's basically a demo for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Well, it's called Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, isn't it?
It's called Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, but the full game is going to be Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, which is coming out in a while. So, yeah, I just haven't played it. I realise that this whole show I've been talking about games that I haven't played because I haven't really played anything this week. But it seems interesting. It seems cool. It seems very cool.
I mean, I've only ever played Metal Gear 1.
Right. Really? Yeah. They're very, very long-winded, and
I also have no idea about the timeline, the complex stories, and the.
It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. But the good thing, like with Metal Gear Solid, with Ground Zeroes, they give a recap, and then the story is only like 10 minutes long. There's no like massive cutscenes or anything, so it's easy to get hold of. But that's one to play, I think.
Okay, I might give it a go.
Well, do you remember like it seems like Far Cry, but less rudimentary, less bare bones. Do you remember?
If it's anything like Far, by Far Cry, I assume you mean Far Cry 3.
Yeah, Far Cry 3, storming the bases. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, and you'd get on a hill in the distance, you'd scope everyone out, and you'd be like, "Hey, I got all these." Not early in the game, not when you had all the upgrades. Early in the game, you'd get up on a hill, figure out where everyone was, try and think of a route, and think of like distractions to make. You'd like throw a rock over the fence so they'd hit and go over there, and you'd like sneak in, deactivate the alarm. They'd be like, "Oh man."
Okay, you played it very differently to me.
Oh, did you just like upgrade everything and just shoot everyone?
No, I'd normally just unleash an animal or just go in and knife everyone.
Yeah. No, that's what I
Good use of stealth.
Yeah, I love me some stealth.
That's stealth, man.
Yeah.
Good.
I might give Ground Zeroes a go. Have you seen anything about the new Batman game?
No, I saw the announcement trailer, but that had like no real gameplay in it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually seen the trailer, but one thing that is good about the new Batman game is it's going back to Rocksteady as developer.
Yes, yeah. I was surprised. I thought, they'd be doing something else, but they went back to Batman.
Well, that's because those games are incredible. For those of you who don't know, the latest Batman game, Arkham Origins, is kind of a prequel to the whole series, but it is basically Arkham City. Rocksteady, who made Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, licensed the game out to Warner Brothers. They made Arkham Origins, which was basically a rip-off of Arkham City. Everyone was disappointed with it, but now we found out that Rocksteady have actually just been developing this new Batman game the entire time.
Those jokers.
Hopefully, I see what you did there.
Oh no, I didn't. I mean, yeah, that was intentional because I'm really funny and quick.
Exactly, quick weird. But hopefully, this will put to rest all the qualms about the last game, and it should be good again.
Should be very good.
Yeah.
So is it? Where's it set?
In the city.
They
haven't really been very Arkham.
Arkham.
Yeah, they haven't been very. I mean, no, in Gotham.
No, Gotham. Is Arkham a city as well?
I think Arkham is the name of the asylum, but they just cordoned off half the city and called it Arkham City, which is where they call the criminals.
Okay, cool. But this is early. This is Gotham. Is it called Gotham City?
No, this is called Arkham Knight, I think.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Is this before the events of Arkham Asylum?
No.
No. When is it? After? After all of them?
Yeah, I think no. I think it's.
No, no, fair enough. Just a sequel to Arkham City then.
I think so.
No?
Yes.
Yeah, Arkham City.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I read an article today in a magazine that said this is the true sequel to Arkham City,
Fair enough.
rather than that pretender that Origins was.
Have they said
Are
much?
they allowed to say that?
Well, they were a magazine. They can put their opinion if they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
What have they said gameplay-wise about it?
I don't know. I imagine it's
Or
gonna be-
nothing?
No, I haven't actually seen that much about it. It's
No,
only
neither
just
have I. As I
come
said,
to
I've
light.
only seen the announced trailer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up comments to see if anyone's said anything to us when asked us questions. We have had one viewer for the entirety of it, so that's making me suspicious that it's not.
Pretty sure that's my brother, seeing as
Hey,
he just
Phil.
Snapchatted me a picture of my face. So
Yo, little brother!
hi, hi, baby brother.
It's okay.
You're on watch page.
Kate.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's.
What?
Loads of feedback.
I'm curious about the Wii U because obviously you've had it for a few weeks now. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. What games are coming out for the Wii U? Is there anything? Are they bringing out anything like really new, or is it going to be Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Mario Party?
Okay. The year of Luigi is either ended or it's just about to end. I think they extended it.
Okay.
So it's not the year of Luigi, it's like the year and 3 months of Luigi, which is Let's Catch It. So there's been a lot of Luigi games, and there's been a lot of, they've kind of been focusing on the 3DS, re-releasing old Luigi games, and I think they might even have made some Mario games into Luigi games. I'm not really sure what happened. It was all very confusing.
They made Super Luigi Brothers, I think. Super.
For the Wii U.
Oh, for the Wii
Yeah.
U. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. That's kind of happened. Super Smash Bros. is still being kind of a bit of information here and there. It's not
Right.
really been previewed yet, I think. I don't know. I should really know more about this.
So really what's happening is we're just waiting for a countdown until they axe the Wii and release, I don't know, a tablet. I don't know. The Wii is gone. Like, come on, it's not gonna come back. It would be the most. It would go down in gaming history as the best comeback ever if the Wii U became competitive against the Xbox One or PS4. Like,
See, I don't know.
It's
Do you
not
reckon?
the same market. It can't. It's trying to be.
Do you
but
think
it's not doing well
Nintendo-
in any market. Like, it's just doing poorly. Like, no one cares about it. No one's buying games for it. No one's
The problem
developing
is,
for it.
Nintendo just hasn't.
I'll tell
changed
you
the
what.
Times.
Go
The
on.
problem is, you're saying that no one's buying games for it. It's not appealing to any market. That's because I think what Nintendo tried to do is A, keep appealing to their current market, and B, break into the Xbox PlayStation market, which is a terrible idea because there's nothing new. There's no new people. There's no new demographic to appeal to. They've already got an Xbox and PlayStation. And while I think it's cool that they're finally getting into those AAA games like Assassin's Creed and whatever, it's too late to do that, I think.
Do you think they're going to make a new console, or do you reckon Wii U will be their last?
I still can't get along with the way you pronounce that word, Stano.
Do you think they're going to make a new console, or do you think Wii U will be their last?
I don't think by any stretch of the imagination that Nintendo will stop at the Wii U.
Okay. they
No,
might
in
make a new
terms of
handheld.
home consoles, it's a possibility. Don't you think? Home consoles. Don't you think the kind of games they make are being played just as well on mobile platforms, and they're the only ones that are selling?
They're not
at all?
going. They're not, because they don't need to. They've got so much money. They're doing fine. They're going to
Yeah,
be.
They're not doing
money.
fine. They're not. They're barely selling anything. Like they.
Well, at the moment, yeah, they're losing money, but they have nearly 11 billion in the bank. So
They do have a lot in
they're fine.
reserve.
Yeah.
This is mainly
Yeah.
because Japan props them up.
Nintendo are just not going to go bankrupt. They're like one of the biggest industries in anything in the world.
Yeah,
So-
they're not gonna go anywhere.
So
And I
is
think-
investment. So is investment banking. That's a ridiculous. You can't like say
No.
too big to fail.
No,
Sorry.
okay, no, but
No,
This is
I'm not-
this is
I'm
the
not
econ.
saying
Sorry,
that.
that's
they dominate the handheld market.
yeah.
that's
That's the
how
thing.
they
That
dominate
handhelds
the
are
handheld
super
market.
strong.
But
Yeah.
in terms, do you reckon? So what do you think, Marcus? Do you reckon the Wii U will be their last?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not saying they're going to do anything, but I think genuinely they could seriously. I think it's a possibility they will not release another home console because.
Do you not think they're gonna? Well, obviously,
Yeah.
they know they're struggling. They know that they haven't done incredibly well with the Wii U. So do you not think maybe they'll take a step back, have a look at what they've done, try and make up something entirely new, get away from the Wii?
Yeah, what they would have to
I think they're
do,
going to do that.
because the GameCube like was poor as well, and the reason they succeeded with
Whoa!
no, in terms of sales,
No, it had poor reception and sales. The sales were awful.
Really?
It's widely regarded as a very good console now, but that's, nostalgia.
But no, I really like it. I think it has a great controller. But so that didn't go down well because again it was just Nintendo 64 with better graphics and more buttons. The reason the Wii U did so well is because it really did change completely how we
Do you mean the
play
Wii?
them video. Sorry, what did I say? The Wii
You
U.
said Wii U, yeah.
Yeah, no, the Wii totally changed like the game thing. It proved that gaming isn't just for kids, for the younger generation. Like it's hard to think about that, but it really did change the way we perceive them and the way we play them. It's just so yeah, like they would have to properly surprise us, and I don't.
Yeah.
So
The thing
that's
is, though, the Wii was a game changer. It spawned pretty
Yeah.
much spawned the Move and the Kinect.
well, that's without question. That's definitely how that came about. But I don't even mean it wasn't even the motion control. Partly a big part of it was due to the motion controls, but it was just the way they presented it, the way Nintendo. No one had really done that before. Like, hey, Grandma, play some video. Like, no one had really said that before. It's just.
This is
yeah.
why I don't understand why you both think Nintendo is going to go under because of one bad
I know. I
Well,
don't.
I
think
never
they-
said it would go
Not
under.
Dreamcast.
Neither did I. I don't think they're going to go under, but I think they are.
They're
I
not
think
going to give up making consoles.
home consoles.
There's no reason they should.
No, I
Because
think
they're not selling.
I think they're going to try and make something different, not wildly
I
different,
think
and try and
Fair
the
enough.
problem at the moment,
with a big statement.
people don't want to buy consoles full stop. Console sales are going down quite a lot, and that's across the board. That's not just Nintendo. Nintendo, I think, have suffered most from this most recent sort of generation of consoles. So I think it's not a case of, oh no, they're not going to make another home console. I think maybe no one is. Maybe there's something else that's going to happen and we don't even know what it is yet. I mean, that's probably 10, 15 years down the line. But I reckon that's what we're looking at now. We're looking at something else, some new gaming innovation, and maybe it's the Oculus Rift, maybe it's virtual reality, maybe it's something completely different. I don't know.
Actually, yeah. If you think of the way technology's progressed since, say, the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 to this current generation, then 10 years down the line, you might have a point.
Yeah. They will. This is going to look very different. But I mean, in the medium term, in terms of in 5 years, not even 5, maybe 3 years, PlayStation, Xbox One are going to be churning out some great games that really are awesome. And I just don't know how the Wii U can be around because third-party people won't want to support it. And if Nintendo haven't put out, the games they're putting out now are the same games they were putting out on the NES. So and those are played well on mobile platforms. Even the 3D platformers are played better on handhelds. Not better. They're played very well on handhelds, and they do better on handhelds.
So you think it's the main problem is content?
Yeah, because nobody wants to. It's a content problem that stems from a tech problem.
Yeah, because obviously
at the moment, they're caught in this circle of like not having good enough technology. No one wants to develop it for them, and it just goes round like that. But
they've always tried to keep their consoles cheaper.
Yeah, but one of the big problems at the moment is, okay, so the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 have literally just come out. They have at least another 3 years in them before people start to be like, hey, what's the next console? Nintendo released Wii like, what, a year ago? A bit longer?
Quite a bit. It must have been more than that ago now. Probably
I think it was. And so they've actually, because they don't release at the same time as Xbox PlayStation 1, they actually have already used up quite a lot of their lifespan. So they're going to have to create something, or at least promise something new sooner. Whereas Xbox and PlayStation
kind of come out of sync with
wait
the other.
for innovation.
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge problem because they're already coming up to about the 3-year mark, which I think is when people start to be like, okay, what's next? And they're caught in this space between what I think is going to be the console market and what comes next. It's a huge problem for Nintendo. They release kind of outside what Sony and Microsoft doing. So kind of, I don't know. It's awkward. It's really awkward.
Yeah, they just haven't, with the Wii U, they just haven't taken those interesting steps that they took with the Wii. It's, we'll see.
I think it might just be like complacency. I know that sounds
harsh, but it is 100%.
But now they've admitted that they did things wrong. Complacency is not there anymore.
Yeah.
So this might be a platform for them to just hike and bring out something really, really quite awesome.
Yeah.
What's it going to be though?
Don't know. That's the point.
We don't know. That's the point. No.
Otherwise,
Nintendo works best. They keep it simple. That's what
they're getting into health. That's their big thing. No joke. They're like they had a big. I know their vitality sensor failed, but what was it recently where they we were talking about the health sensor, health Nintendo. I don't know. We've gone to this quagmire way too long, and it's not fun anymore because we always just argue about the Wii U. It's a point. But that was Super Square's only vid podcast. The what's this show called again? Tea Break, where we all drink beverages that aren't necessarily tea, but are usually caffeinated. And I need to pee wicked bad. I've already said I had 2 Diet Cokes. That's a good day. I realised that I changed the cover photo on our YouTube page last week, and it said new videos all week, every week. None of those things are true. Neither of those things were true. But we filmed some stuff. We'll talk about what's going on next. But next week you are getting at least 1, almost certainly 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky, and then from then on we'll have more time. Because, a couple of us, some of us are starting new gigs, but some of us are giving up some gigs for free time. Keep watching the skies. I checked for comments if anyone was asking us questions or telling us stop talking about the Wii U, we don't care anymore, we know you disagree. Hang on. Oh, hang on, someone commented. Someone? Is they asking us a question? Nope, that was Josh. That was Josh K, who was our only viewer, not Kate's brother, which is good to know.
Oh.
So keep your eyes on the channel. haven't set up social media yet for this thing, and I haven't changed the thing. We're undergoing a rebrand, which will happen when we get at least 3 videos up in a week, because otherwise people will be way too confused. So thanks for watching. I'm Marcus. And these
Tom.
guys, that's Tom.
I'm Kate.
And hang on, I think. Wait. Hang on. Are those? What are those people doing? Wait a second.
I have a feeling they're probably singing. Yeah.
What is going on here? What is? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a good one. Oh damn! Hang on. I need to get it. And as we end today, I hope we can all remember why we came here and where we're going. We'll join in our crusade. I don't know the lyrics to this. Do you know the lyrics, Sammy?
No, I don't know the lyrics.
Okay, do you know the lyrics?
Yeah, I'm not going to sing them though. What the hell is this, Marcus?
What do you mean?
Are you literally going to play this entire song again?
Well, this is our outro. So, this is from Oliver.
Yeah, that's definitely not Les Mis. I was thinking that.
So that's all for Tea Break this week, guys, and we'll see you next time.